Hello, there is a new version of Sample Science's Sitar Resonance version 2. Now, if you haven't seen my original video already, I featured it, I think it was on Sample of the Week, this free Sitar VST, great little instrument, rich, full, and a lovely sound. And this is really a follow-on from that video, as that was the original, and this is their version 2. So what is new with this update? Well, they've said they've added 4 new effects, a new user interface, and the possibility to put the sound content on an external hard drive, which is, I must admit, very important, especially when some sample libraries can be, I think, like BBC Symphony Orchestra is like 500 gigabytes, so it's important to have everything, I guess, stored externally. I didn't realize you couldn't do that already. New user interface, from what I've looked at, it's just a new pretty picture. And the 4 new effects we're going to be exploring. So what is this instrument? Where can I get it? Who can actually have it? Well, it's available from Sample Science, links in the description as always, and you can have it either with its own dedicated plugin with Apple, or I think there's a Windows version as well, just VST. You can have it on the Decent Sampler. You can have it on Kontakt 5 or 6. So there is plenty of ways of having this instrument, and that's what I love about Sample Science, is just the fact that you can have it in whatever app or sampler you actually use, or just use their own. I know for today we're going to be using Sample Science's own dedicated plugin. I feel that's, you would think, would be the best one, although saying that, Kontakt, I bet it's pretty good, but Kontakt isn't free. Decent Sampler's free, so if you've already got that, you can add it there. So what are these new 4 effects? Now, they don't actually specify on the website or on the email, but if we look at the instrument itself, I think they're referring to the distortion, delay, chorus, and reverb, I think. Although when you look at the original, if you've seen my other video on this product, they already had delay and reverb. The chorus, I think, is new. The distortion is new. And then we look at the other stuff like film, so that was already there. ADSR was, I think, already there as well. So I'm intrigued. This glide feature, though, I don't know if that was there already, but we're definitely going to be checking it out and having a little play. So let's just play with the raw sound. I don't think we're going to notice any difference, which is a little bit disappointing, in all honesty. Maybe some new patches or new samples would have been nice from glides, maybe natural glides, but let's just play it and see how it sounds. Beautiful, gorgeous, rich sound. I love the velocity sensitivity of this instrument. You can really get a lot out of it. I love the fact that you have the full range of your keyboard to do what you want. It's just this really full and rich sound. People would argue it's not quite how a sitar really sounds, but I'm trying to just judge the instrument as it is as well. And it's beautiful, it's rich, it's full, it's one definitely to have in the bank. Now I'm going to add some glide, because I don't think that means what I think it means. And it's definitely not preamp we want. I thought it was going to be like a slide. Not doing anything for me. Okay, ADSR, always fun to mess with. I do like my release a little bit more off filter, if that's what you want to use. Amp range, modulation, for a little bit of vibrato. If that's the sound you're going for. Kind of more sci-fi like that, just a little bit, and then maybe controlling it. I wonder if there's a CC that you could use to have a bit more fun with that. What else do we have going? Distortion. Now, I know on previous instruments this can be rather interesting, and I may add some. You might want to turn the volume down. Okay, not too bad. That's really nice, because we've got a little bit of the vibrato on, or the modulation as they call it, a little bit of distortion. I do like a little bit of distortion, not too much. That mixes in really nicely, and don't forget to press these little buttons here to turn them on. It can be a little bit deceptive when you first use some sample sciences works, projects, whatever you want to call them, VSTs. Right, delay, pretty standard. I almost feel this one's a little bit more flexible, although saying that, I did do the original one in decent sampler. Right, chorus. Let's have a look at this. Frequency, depth, mix, and let's turn the let's leave it on. Let's put the distortion back on as well. We're actually coming up with a really nice, interesting sound, and all we're doing is kind of fiddling. Ooh. I'm getting just very spacey sci-fi vibes, and as you can see, reverb is already on. If we were to turn everything off now and just do a very plain and boring sound, let's get that modulation completely off. So you can go from that to a very spacey, sci-fi, almost paddy sort of sound as well. There is a lot you can do. With this sound, and with the update, I don't know what they're kind of pushing. They say they've added a couple things, but yeah, I guess it's nice having these. But we already had like the delay, I think, and the distortion and chorus, and that you can all add it within your plugin. I kind of get it. You know, it's one of their popular ones. They're trying to revive it, update it a little bit. I think it is one of their older ones, but it would be nice to see some more samples. If you've got the old one, is it worth updating? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. It's got a pretty picture, and if you really want these added little effects, there you go. But if you just want the plain sitar sound, I guess you'll be fine with version 1. But if you're hearing about this instrument for the first time, definitely download it. It's fun, it's interesting. Mix it in with an orchestra, mix it in with other things. Have it as a standalone. As you said, as you've seen, we've created some fun little sounds just by tinkering with it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.